Question. I don't know.
In this lonely ass world, it's getting colder. I'm not going nowhere if I cannot take my boat there. My mind was bred a little different, yeah, from my own past. If I see heat, why the fuck would I wanna go there? Mama, I make you smiling. Mama, your little nigga came from wildin'. Mama, always got in trouble, I was shouted. Mama, now I'm staring at shit. Mama, I'm the pilot. Mama, if I want something, I'ma go get it. Mama, swim with the sharks, piranhas, and fishes. Mama, it's so hard down here, God is my witness. Mama, I know where I'm going. Mama, I'm a fan. It's hard not knowing who is really gonna be there for me. I wish you could be here to see me the day I start touring. Shit be on my mind every second when I'm not recording. I'm waking up conversating with the Lord every morning. I mistakenly took the wrong path, I had to rewind. I fumbled trying to move too fast, I had to keep trying. Growing up, I got in trouble, told myself to keep lying. So much stress be building up, swear I be needing me time.
And the rest of the world. This is your girl Reese, aka the best that ever did it, aka what? We are back for another edition, of course, of good old Monday Well, I'm sorry, Wellness Wednesday. It ain't Monday no more. Wow. Wellness Wednesday. Bam. Shades of Blue by AM Morning. You guys, I feel so much better. Yesterday, it was a bad day. Yesterday, my allergies and everything was kicking up, and eyes are still watering. And I needed a mental break yesterday. So if you missed us yesterday, that's good because the absent makes the heart grow fonder. We want y'all to miss us. We want y'all when we're not on the air. We want you to look for us to say, "Hey, where they at?" Catch a repeat. That's what you do. Get caught up. Just like I'm telling y'all, get caught up with this book, Shades of Blue by AM Morning. Come on, people. I need to get you a certain point so I can release the other volumes. Anyway, Shades of Blue by AM Morning and the good old 8-ounce jar of Molly Moss Sea Moss does the body good. Yes, it did. It would do the body good. I feel vibrant. I needed that day of rest. Don't I look good, y'all? I look up. I look good. Oh, my mama. Oh, my hood. So, yeah. That's what I feel like. I feel gangsta-licious today. All righty. But yeah, back to the book, Shades of Blue here. And the 8-ounce jar of Molly Moss Sea Moss for limited time. We don't know how long we want to keep giving you guys a gift that's filled like that. But we got some good products. And a lot of people that don't like sea moss, like the contractor that he tasted it. And I'm like, try Molly Moss Sea Moss. He does it in different forms and variations of it to make it palatable. That means make it taste good to the palate, to your tongue, to your taste buds. He has the smoothies. I heard those were A1. I haven't had the smoothies yet. He also do the lemonades and tea and the infused beverages. And I like the golden sea moss myself because I would take that and put that in my coffee or tea and let it dissolve. Voila. Magic. You don't even know it's there. Hot liquid dissolves the gel. Some people like, I can't take the gel. I can't take. Honey, then put it in the beverage and drink it on up. You won't be able to tell it's there. All right. So today's show, I'm going to talk about mental illness and depression and the things that we go through called life because everybody is hit with life, okay? And everybody has to find a different way to cope through life, right? But if you want to self-medicate, or if you want to do something detrimental to your health, or go contrary to what you do and what you are, that's your business. That's your business. Whatever you do is your business. Just don't bring it to me on my platform in my house. That's what we're not going to do. So I do have to apologize for the show the other day. Some people got offended. My viewers got offended. Those ideas, ideologies, and those thoughts were not of the Morning Mac show. It was not representation of myself or Mr. Molly Mall. It was not. That was strictly one person's viewpoint and opinion, and their outrage on their self. So I need to say no more, because I'm not gonna say no more on it. But how they say, am I my brother's keeper? Yeah, you are. And when you see somebody hurting, we gotta identify the problem, and then you gotta isolate it in order to treat it. Maybe I didn't identify soon enough, and I didn't isolate the little problem area, and I do apologize for that. But I'm back on top of things. Good morning, Phil. Hey, Phil, how you, baby?
How y'all doing?
Huh?
I said, how y'all doing? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. We're good. It's Wellness Wednesday, and we're gonna get the good wellness going on Wellness Wednesday. We're gonna talk about mental health. And this time of year, when it gets dark quick, and when the sun don't shine as bright, a lot of people get depressed, man. A lot of people get depressed, and it's a lot of displaced anger too. Like, people are going through things, and because they don't know how to compartmentalize, put the hurt where the hurt needs to be, they lash out to everybody and everything. And we gotta, not check our brothers and sisters, but check them. Like, say, hey, you tripping, right? Go ahead over there and get yourself together, and then come back and we all can play again later. You don't have to be like, man, you this, you this, you this. You don't have to punch down on nobody. You ain't have to do that. And then when you come on my show, we all need to be respectable to each other and respectful. When you come at my house and eat around my table, I'm going to receive you with love and kindness. Even if we disagree, we'll agree to disagree. But you're still going to get that love. I'm not going to stop loving up on you because you don't think the way I think. And I'm not going to disrespect you. We comedians. We got to learn to let stuff roll off our back like a duck, first of all. And you don't take anything lightly with nobody say. But then when you crossing the line, a comedian know when they're crossing the line, because they stop being comedians and try to become assassins of one character and what one stands for represent. I don't play them games. Not at my house. You know how your grandmother used to say, take your head off when you come in the door? Check your attitude or check your baggage when you on this show. The show ain't about that. The show ain't about get back. The show ain't about camaraderie. The show ain't about none of that. We supposed to learn from each other, enjoy each other's time, and we giving and taking. We adding and subtracting. We doing a lot of math on this show. I'm gonna add a little bit of flavor to your flavor, and then I'm taking a little bit of flavor here. What's up? We share knowledge. That's the whole thing about the Mac show: music and conversation, or should I say, mayhem and conversation lately. And if y'all don't know what I'm talking about, good. I had needed a break yesterday because I'm glad you didn't see it. But people, I see people going back and seeing it, watching it. But that's why I'm giving a disclaimer. That's not the Morning Mac show. That's not Miss Mac. That's not my.
I have no idea what you're talking about, but okay.
Good. But you get the gist of. I'm glad you know. I'm glad you wasn't in for that, Phil. I'm glad.
Right.
So, what do you think? We got a video. I'm only pulling up the first video I want to share. This thing with Cat Williams is burning down the internet or everybody's talk show or platform. This is getting so much press. It's worse than I stole the election. So, it's just you being a comedian, something that Godfrey, he was on Pierre's show platform. It's something that he said kind of stuck in my craw, right? Let's listen to what Pierre said. They got the hair. I mean, sorry, Godfrey said they got the hairs up on my neck.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, Molly.
Right. If it's true, if it's true, that was fucked up. If it's not true, then Cat was wrong and fucked up for saying that. But other than that,
then he mentioned also something that's kind of weird. About joke thieves. Okay, so
I fucking hate them.
Right, hold on. So what's funny was how many people I met about comedy. Something's wrong with that. What? The average person like, y'all can't use other jokes. I'm like, no, man. That's intellectual property. I eat with this, man.
Okay, that's basically.
Here's the thing about joke.
Okay, you got.
First of all, I'm gonna tell you right here, you joke thieves, fucking, you're pieces of shit. You're vermin to this art form. You're a tumor. You're a fucking cancer. You understand me? I hate joke thieves. Listen, nothing wrong with great minds think alike. Mm-hmm. Sometimes there's certain subjects that are easy. Everybody's going to say the same thing. There's not much to get.
Okay. Joke thieves. Great minds think alike. How you feel about that, Phil, what he said?
I mean, it's a problem, I mean, premises are premises, but if you go in there and just your joke. You know when you hear it, it's just something you feel in your soul. That's my joke. It's like, it's one thing, just like it's a lot of people running around making Cat Williams jokes right now, so because it's a hot premise, so they just using the same subject and wrapping a lot of different stuff around it. But I mean, you gone in the clubs and heard somebody, use somebody else's joke verbatim. They don't even have enough respect to change the joke a little bit, and it's like, man, I used to always say, man, you can use the words, man, for my joke, but you can't put the same feeling that I put into it because it came out of me. But,
Right.
but man, you got some people that it's like they don't want to put the work in, man. We sit around and write and do whatever we do to come up with our jokes and stuff, and then just to have somebody just come along and just, think it's okay just to use it and think you're not going to find out about it. I mean, I remember when I was first starting out, like I've been doing this shit a long time. But
how many years you been doing this, Phil? How many years you been doing comedy?
Oh, 7 years. Yeah, I'm a relatively newbie in the grand scheme of things, but I know I was talking to somebody that, that was a promoter of a big comedy show, and well, not a big comedy show. They were a promoter of a big, nationally comedian that came out to see us. And she was like, at open mics, don't use your best stuff because you got a lot of traveling comics that's on the road and they swing through the club and hear you. Next thing you know, you doing your show on the East Coast and they out on the West Coast doing your same jokes. So, yeah.
I've heard that. I've heard it and I've experienced it. It's funny. somebody that I don't even know or never seen. My brother checked it and he was like, Reese, you been down south? I was like, And he pulled up on like, he's this girl doing your stuff verbatim, right? And I looked and it was funny to me. And I was like, oh, she was Christian comedy. Because my Aunt Maxine was telling me about, oh, this girl, she's funny, she's doing Christian comedy. And then my brother saw it and said, hey, this Reese joke. And I was like, well, sir. And we don't know. Sometimes the people that they got writing for them or other people that write and bring them jokes, we don't know where they got it from. So sometimes
don't know where they got it from.
The writers, they get it from somewhere else. They were like, well, she not going no place. She's in this little rinky dink club. She ain't doing nothing to open mic. This little rinky dink club. I can take this down here or over there and give it to somebody bigger and let them blow up with it, right?
Right.
If that's the case, hire me as your writer. I don't mind. I love writing, Phil, as you know. If you like what I'm saying, I got a lot of big girl jokes. So big girls out there, big girls of the world unite. Woo! If you want to punch up your
joke, why they won't pay you and they already getting paid for stealing? For doing it. They not doing this to help you. They doing this to help them.
If they want some more good jokes, good material, I write for them. That's what I'm telling them. I write my own stuff and out of my mind. And then when you say that a lot of people write along the same things, like great minds think alike, yeah, they do somewhat. You have the same like subject matter, but when you, like you said, when you taking it verbatim and putting it in the same catalyst, I was like, whoa, hold up, wait a minute, that's my joke. Wait a minute, hold up, because I write. People don't know this. I'm gonna say a little secret. The jokes I be writing be some true stuff. Like that happened before. Oh, that what I mean. That's where I get the premises of my jokes from my life, So I talk about being a certain type of female. I talk about being disabled. I talk about, and then now I hear Dave Chappelle. When I see you, I'm gonna knock out because he want to disable people now. And when you do this, crack me up because I be in the club going east side, west side. You ever seen me do that before? I think I got a video footage of that. I'm talking about east side or west side, and this is my gang sign. I'm holding up gangs. This my gang because I'm in the disabled gang, and I can do this because I am disabled. And when I was in the hospital, I kid you not, my family would tell you my hands were just like this. When you sicking in that hospital bed, for some reason, this go right just like, what the hell? This is really a gang sign. You are indoctrinated in the disability gang when your hand do this. Y'all see this? When this finger come over your thumb like this, and you can't close the rest of your hand, yeah, you are in the gang. How many stroke cases I got? What is our gang called? Ow. That's our gang cat call. If you ever said, "Ow, Phil, you part of my gang." Have you ever said, at some point in time, and everybody like they go, "Ow." It don't matter how you say it. It's ow. If you ever said, "Ow," you stump your toe. Ow.
Ow.
Ow. You get up in the morning, pain. Ow. Everybody. And if you ever get your hand to do like this, you are automatically east side,
your gang,
west side. And we already pointing down, already got south, and then we want to go north. We give you the finger, the cripple finger.
There you go.
Straight the finger out. Y'all know how to cripple. But
that's a cripple. That's a cripple sign.
Exactly. And, like I said, I dated the man in the wheelchair. Hell, I took his legs, so I know all about it. And I talk about my Metro Access bus. Then when you hear other people, you be like this, like, that's interesting. I'm gonna start ripping my Depends off on stage. Oops, I already do that. Sorry. Sorry, I already do that. So, but back to what we were saying about when they. Good morning, Kiani. Kiani, don't know this, Phil. How people would steal your IP, your intellectual property. We're talking about joke thieves this morning. How people will see your set and take your joke and feel like Phil would say, "You doing the show? What you say? You doing the show on the East Coast? You on the West Coast with your stuff, Phil?"
Mhm.
Wait a minute, he's going in and out. He's really,
Yeah,
you
he
know.
going in and out.
But like Godfrey and Pierre said, that's our intellectual property, and it's not cool. But you know, one dude told me, Tracy, that's my comedy big brother Tracy, TMJ in the midday. I should check him out. Tracy told me, Althea, what was your joke funny? Was it good? I said, yeah. He said, they keep doing it. Because I heard one of my jokes. I said, they done took my stuff. I can't do it no more. He said, was it funny? Did they laugh when you said, yeah, keep doing it? I said, okay. He said, and what's going to happen, the one who do it the best, the one who get the most laughs from it. Because like you said, Phil, can't nobody deliver your joke like you, right? Can't nobody say your stuff like you. Don't nobody, you know, and that's how I feel too, Phil. You know, but he said it's a compliment. But I don't feel this a compliment. You know what would be a compliment to me? You use my joke and you pay me homage. Either pay me some Skrilla or pay me the respect to say, that's Reese joke. Like if I do cover a Red Fox joke or Richard Pryor, because they do great jokes. And just because the comedian is dead, don't mean the joke had to die. But if I covered something that somebody else say, just like we do with plagiarism, we cite where you get the joke from. Like if I took a joke and took a page from Phil book, and I said, like my man Phil say, blah, blah, blah. You know, you pay homage to them people. You get respect. Because like Pierre said, it is intellectual property. We talking about stealing jokes, Bubakal.
Oh man, how can I get in on copywriting?
Well,
Yeah,
I
what's
would say
going on?
if you put your jokes in the book form, all your jokes in the book, you can get it copywritten.
Ah, okay. Well, I got some writing to do because I write, but at the same time, a lot of times I write. So you right, I need to write. I was
Yeah, and
ten
now we
writes in like
coming up with
166.
premises. Kiani is funny as I don't know what. He need to write some of his stuff down so when he get out there on that stage, he can tell his jokes. We be sitting here
There
laughing and
you go.
talking and chatting up and come up with some good stuff, some good skits and
There
good
you go.
comedy, good
You might
premises.
have your ghostwriter right there.
I
You know, he need to
appreciate
get on
that.
stage. So Kiani need to get his butt on stage because he's comical.
Yeah, Mr. Lover. You know, I love everybody. Love saves the world. Don't shoot them. Love them. Hey, the original brother love, not the other nigga. So, yo, I just saw this movie last night. Sorry for throwing off the subject, but it's a damn good movie. That Book of Clarence.
Oh, okay, I
Definitely
want to
I
go
ain't
good.
seen
see
that.
that.
Go see it. Go see it. Go support it. It's
Funny.
actually been put out by Jay-Z, and right now, you know, the others are trying to you know minimize what he's done with this movie. And it's a damn good movie. You wish every last little biblical movie was like this. You know, the people, the scene, and it would be more on point for all of them if it was more like this. For the complexion of the people that was there at the time and everything. You know what I mean? So, you know, it was a good look, and you see how the Romans was current with the Hebrews, and you know, of course, that was
But
you know
this is a
us.
fictional.
But it,
This is a fictional movie.
Yeah, but it was, but at the same time, there was a lot of story. You know, it's fictional sort of, but there were a lot of things that hint to the reality of back then. The people were black. The Romans were white. So far as there was other people out there, there were stories of Jesus out there of other people doing something similar, and it kind of deal with all that. I'm not gonna ruin it for you, but I enjoyed myself. I think within Lateef, not Lateef Idris, our homie, but this guy in Lateef Stanfield, he deserved to get him an Oscar for this one. He deserved to get him an Oscar. And you can notice in there that a lot of the black shows now that are out where they might be using Africans or Black Americans, all those type of shows where we're doing something, a lot of those people are in this movie. So you will like it. You'll see somebody you recognize. But I enjoyed myself. Yeah, I went to a late movie in this new spot over there. I didn't even know over there, Rhode Island Avenue. It's called Alamo Draft House Theaters. So it's around where the old Foreman Mills used to be, over there in Fulton, Rhode Island.
By the train station. Yeah, but the Popeyes in the shopping center.
Right. Oh, that whole shopping center, you can't recognize it right now. It's not in a shopping center anymore. It's an entertainment situation. They got something there with the dinosaurs for the kids.
Okay.
Follow me?
They made it.
Yeah, they got. Yes. They got a whole joint called skating baskets or something like that. Something like this. Like they're doing pickleball in there. They roller skating. They got basketball. I mean, it's crazy. It's a cool complex. Yeah. And then on the other side is that's where the movie theater is. All in the same road. And then right across with the movie theater during the summertime, it's a little bar right there. And I think it was called Station. What they did, they took out a whole entire Metro cart, and made it a bar. Like the Metro car.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that we ride on the train. They took one out and made it a whole bar for the outdoors. And it was real nice. You know, sorry for throwing y'all off, but I just had to throw that one in for DC pop culture.
Okay, shameless plug from Bubba, where you go see the book of clearance, the movie with your drink and all that stuff.
It's called Alamo Draft House.
Alamo Draft House. Okay.
Yes.
We was on the subject. We was on this two subjects. We on Wellness Wednesday, mental healing. When you see your brothers, Molly, set the other video up. When you see your brothers and sisters going through something, and you know they're going through something, how do you lend a helping hand? How can we help, or we see these structures, because you can see a change in them right in front of our face, and we know it's not them. How do we recognize some things? Molly, let's play the video.
I mean, like,
wait a minute, we're going. Bubakar, you be first when we come back from the video. Molly got it up.
Felt when that event happened, the good and the traumatizing. When your inner child is wounded, the negative emotions they cause you to feel can seep into present day and impact your daily activities and relationships. A great example is Rapunzel. Having a narcissistic parent like Mother Gothel taught Rapunzel and her inner child that she isn't intelligent. She can't do anything without her mother, and she can't do anything right. Had Rapunzel not escaped the tower and experienced the world her way, she would have grown to be a woman, that wounded inner child who still believed those awful things about herself and stayed locked in that tower. This is exactly when your wounded inner child isn't cared for. Have you been noticing your mental health dragging lately? This could be your inner child trying to tell you that they're wounded, and it's time to let some of the crap go. So let's talk about 5 ways you can care for your wounded child. Be sure to watch until the end for a little disclaimer on this topic. Number 1, reparenting. When there's a child, there's typically someone in a parenting role to teach and nurture them. In her YouTube video, How to Heal the Inner Child, Dr. Nicole LePera explains how learning to be that strong, wise parent you wish you had can help care for your wounded inner child. Let's say you're really anxious about a medical procedure coming up, and you can't seem to think about anything else. You feel the anxiety and fear consuming you. But what do? You can practice reparenting your wounded inner child. How? Well, imagine a younger version of you standing in front of you and say what you would have wanted to hear from your caregiver. Maybe it goes like, "Hey kiddo, I know you're pretty scared about your procedure today. It's absolutely valid to be afraid since you're not sure what to expect. But you have to be brave. This'll help you to be healthy and live a long life." The holistic psychologist suggests acknowledging the emotion being felt rather than dismissing or criticizing it. At first, it might seem weird, but with practice, parenting your inner child will become easier and the wound may begin to heal too. Number 2, earning trust. When your inner child is wounded, chances are it's because you've been taught bad lessons or told lies throughout your actual childhood. As Carl Jung details in his book, Healing the Inner Child is a piece of our conscious mind. Whether it's to look both ways before crossing the road or not speak when dad is in the room, our conscious mind uses these lessons to help us shape our outlooks as adults. Think back to our friend, Miss Rapunzel, and Mother Gothel. Mother of the Year over here basically told her kid she needs to be locked up for life to be safe because she's so weak, stupid, and gullible. After negativity, Rapunzel's inner child believed that she was better off locked away. In reality, Rapunzel knows her way around a frying pan and can take care of herself. When you approach the inner child as that wise inner parent, you need to show them it's okay to trust you by providing healthy advice. For Rapunzel, that might sound like, you are smart, strong, and brave. You have plenty to share with this world. It sounds a lot better than being locked away in a tower, am I right? Number 3, explore the past. If your inner child is wounded enough to be giving you some mental grief, you can assume that they've been through a lot of trauma in the past. In the book, Recovery of Your Inner Child by Lucia Cappuccioni, they suggest calling on your inner child to help uncover all types of memories, even some to help explain your trauma or triggers. One method Cappuccioni suggests is calling on your inner child. Grab a piece of paper and something to write with, it can even be a crayon, and put it in your non-dominant hand and draw a time your inner child was truly happy or truly upset. This can be a full-blown picture or symbols that remind you of that time and why you may have held on to certain emotions. Another option can be writing a letter of forgiveness to your parent, caregiver, for any trauma you experienced. This can help recover lost memories or create closure in a situation where there may not be any. This step is best done with a mental health professional to help navigate this exercise safely and to help unpack anything that comes up. Confront childhood trauma lies. Sometimes trauma can come from things you were told from your caregiver. These can be lies about you, your thoughts and opinions, or actions. They may not necessarily be true, but you were taught that they are fact. Licensed clinical social worker and gatekeeper, Patrick Tehan.
That was a long 5 minutes, but basically what she was saying, that a lot of our stuff, the way we act now as adults, come from stuff that we didn't get fixed when we were with stuff that traumatized us as kids. We carried on. If you messed up as a child, you go grow to be a messed up adult if you don't get the proper help that you need. Some of us need more than enough help, and some of us try to self-medicate ourselves to get past the pain or whatever we do. It's an overdue, and we start abusing ourselves and stuff, and we don't forgive ourselves, and it's a lot of spiraling stuff that can happen emotionally and mentally while we do the things that we do. What was you going to say, Abubakar, about mental health?
No, it's a real thing, and it's a real thing. Mental health is a real thing. Just how you want to go run around the block to get your heart rate up and your health. Same thing with your mind. You know what I'm saying? You gotta talk to somebody sometime. So you don't got a professional, talk to somebody. A cousin, somebody, because keeping that shit in could be dangerous one day when it come out. You know what I'm saying? Or bring out reaction. And you see some people out here lunching and you don't know why they lunching. it's some extra shit behind that, something cerebral.
Right.
So you know, it is a real thing. Now, people, so far, our people, we need to start embracing mental health more than we have in the past. You tell some people, man, you might need no help with that. Man, I don't need no help. I don't need this and that. You know what I'm saying? I'm good, dog. No, you don't. Just the way you answering tells me you need help. So I know we all know people like that.
Yeah, we do. Phil, what you got to say about that? Oh, good morning, Lee. I see stepdaddy just came in.
Good morning.
Phil.
Ooh. Try that morning again. Shake it off, Lee, and say morning again.
Good morning.
Oh,
good morning.
I thought that was Keanu. That was
That's the little Lee and Keanu sound the same. But I'm asking Phil,
that's not good,
got
Lee.
anything to elaborate or jump on what Bubakar just said? No?
Can you hear
okay.
him?
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Okay,
yeah, I'm just saying. Yeah. I said my inner child is fucked up and dysfunctional. Ever since I was a kid. So and I realized that. And I mean, for a long time I self-medicated. Didn't really understand why. It was like until I went into treatment, we started talking about that shit. I just thought it was, it was just, a lot of things we do are symptoms of other shit. So until you get down to what your other shit is, and what you self-medicate and what you trying to fix, man, you just run around in circles. So, I mean, it took me a long time to understand what I was dealing with and accept a lot of shit I was dealing with was really not my damn problem. It was the people's problem around me. I was a kid, man. I took on more than I was supposed to take on. And,
Amen.
Other people around you got issues too. And sometimes, you get caught up in other people's shit and this shit became generational.
Yep.
My father had his shit with him and he didn't understand what his shit was. So he just passed it on to me. And till you break that cycle, and I'm not going to say the cycle is totally broken, but, and sometimes, you just got to throw your hands up and say, and take responsibility and say, I'm not that person. I'm not that person, and, sometimes you just got to stand up and be who you are, man, and just shake that shit off and break the curse. I ain't gonna say I've totally done it, but I think I've done a better job at it than what I did when I was younger. Yeah.
First thing is awareness anyway. At least you're aware.
Yeah.
That's right.
Hey, when you're not aware, that's the worst. At least when you're aware, you can kind of say, okay, kind of see for yourself. Nigga, what am I doing? Nah, I ain't supposed to be doing that.
No. I'm upset. I'm mad. It's too many people having sex. Oh, okay.
Keanu, I'm gonna jump into you. I know Bubakar bust into Phil's turn. Come on now. But Bubakar was commenting on what Phil was saying, which he
I was just pretty much agreeing.
But
yeah,
I know when one person agrees and jump in, that's when we all jump in and they get commingled. I want to make sure Phil is complete with his thought.
No, I'm good.
I want to move on to
I'm good.
Okay, Phil, you finished?
Yeah, I'm finished.
Okay, Bubakar, before I move on to Keanu, you agreeing with what he said? Okay.
Yep, I agree with what he said. Go ahead.
Now, King Keanu. Go ahead.
I forgot what I was about to say. The Holy Spirit was bringing it to me. I forgot now.
No, you'll never forget. God always bring the word back to you. He was talking about that a lot of stuff that he was dealing with wasn't even his trauma to bear, wasn't even his cross to bear. And I can say amen to that. A lot of times we put when you're a child growing up, stuff thrown on you that ain't even got no business thrown on you. You'll see that once you read this book. Once you get into this book, you'll see that in that book. You know, they put the stuff on your plate and say, eat that. You be like, I didn't even want this. And I'm eating stuff that I didn't even put on my plate. You didn't even ask for. But that's how we recognize and decompartmentalize. Put stuff over there, where it need to be before we can eat any of it. You know, we separate it, then you take bites at a time. Take what you like, you keep. What you don't like, you put to the side. Kiani, I know you had something on mental health. I know you had something on that.
I'm thinking. I forgot about the thing.
Well, then you can pass it on the link. If you
I ain't ready yet.
You can pass it on the link. We'll come back to you, baby.
Come back to me.
Lee, we're talking about mental health, about childhood traumas and mental health and all that good stuff. Hello? Okay, Lee's not with us either. We can't hear. I think. Okay, there you go.
I'm here. Well, I wasn't here for the beginning. So what's going on?
Well, we were talking about mental health. I was saying earlier that that recognizing when our people, our brothers and sisters, have problems, and a lot of times our childhood trauma carry overs into our adult life. And we got triggers and don't even know we got triggers that stem from something that happened in our childhood. Like I use me for instance. They used to tease me about being fat as a kid. So maybe in my adult life, you tease me about fat, it triggers a memory from my childhood. Then I act a certain way going off. I've been triggered and don't even know I've been triggered. You know, I've been a big girl all my life, but I'm just using it as an example of childhood traumas or something that made you traumatize you. You carry it over into your adulthood. And then we get into the fact that we start self-medicating to try to treat ourselves where we don't seek proper help. Ain't nothing wrong with going to talk to somebody about some stuff, whether it's your girlfriend, your therapist, your teacher, your pastor, your best friend. Sometimes we need to get off our chest. Sometimes holding it in ain't good. Write it out. Do whatever. But we're talking about mental health. How you can recognize you have issues and problems and how you can go get treated before it go too far. Now, with that being said, do you have anything to add to the conversation?
Yeah. Well, yes and no. But I'm gonna go with the yes part. I'm not gonna go with the no part because then I won't be sharing anything. I'll just be telling y'all some bullshit. I'm gonna tell you the truth. We all retarded. We all have our idiosyncrasies. We all are inconsistencies. I mean, you got to realize you was in a dark space in water for 9 months. And there was some dude that goes in there. You don't know if that was your daddy or not. Just kept ramming that little spot on top of your head whenever he decided to show up. Take me off that big screen. You're seeing all my sleepiness, please. So our mental illnesses that we have, I don't like calling them triggers. I don't like the word trigger because that's like
you, huh?
No, I don't. No, it just sounds abusive, abrasive to say trigger. It also leaves an open door for a comic when you say trigger and I say 45 or 38.
Or 22. Hello. Or Uzi. It don't matter. Get back to the point.
That's what I'm saying, but that could be, I'm saying that could be a trigger too. You know, you don't know. So to say the word trigger, to say the word trigger triggers me. You understand what I'm saying? So yeah, my mental, I have to see. I see my therapist today.
I'm like to hear me.
We can hear you, Bubba Cow.
Yeah.
Hello.
I see my therapist today at 1:30. Well, here today we do a phone thing. So I have I had 2 therapists. So it don't have to be just your childhood. It could be what's going on with you right now. You know, it could be something that just struck you, or I don't know if it was from your past or what, because we balloon ourselves. We blow ourselves up to the point where we ignore things that bother us. But go see somebody, talk to somebody, talk to Jesus. Don't be triggered.
Okay. Then we was also talking about today stealing jokes, being joke thieves. Pierre Godfrey was talking about intellectual property, and he was saying, Pierre said, that's how I eat. That's my IP. That's my intellectual property. Right? How do you feel about somebody? And Phil made a good point. Phil said if somebody could come see your show, you doing one of your open mics. This is the point Phil made, and I love it. He said, somebody, you doing your material at your open mic, somebody on the West Coast see you over here on the East Coast doing your material. They over there on the West Coast doing your material and killing it with your material. What you do?
Now, I heard that's what they do. That's what they do.
All y'all comedians, be honest, do you do your best material at the open mic? And then have you ever borrowed somebody's joke?
No.
Phil?
What do you mean?
We gotta go one at a time so we can all get heard.
All right, I cannot go because I'm about to literally go because I just came into an appointment I'm at now. So
yeah, go ahead, Booba.
Go ahead, Booba.
What do we say? The best jokes are the hits, because the hits are a lot of your best jokes. You know, that's what I do with paid audiences and not open mics. Open mics, that's where you come to try out your new shit, the shit that you're not so sure about. And so far as that's what I do. That's exactly what I do, because open mics, you mostly got a lot of comedians, and I don't think that's what you want to be doing all your hits at. You know what I'm saying? Because your hits will become their hits in no time. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you try.
That was Jay.
Wait a minute. He went out. He froze up.
He froze.
Yep. He froze up. Okay, because he said he was going to a dentist appointment. I guess he getting that big old smile, wide and whiter. Phil, during an open mic, have you stole somebody else's material? Or I'm not going to say stole, I'll say borrow somebody else's intellectual IP. And would you bring your good stuff to the open mic?
I'm not gonna say I've ever stole anybody. I may have just listened to it and appreciated it, because, like I said, when you telling jokes, man, jokes come down. I mean, your stuff comes out of you. I cannot give somebody else's joke the same feeling that they can give that joke. So I don't even want to disrespect the joke. Just like, and because I was talking to another comedian, and he was like, man, and this is a relatively famous comedian, and I mean not locally, I mean nationally. He pissed me off for real, because he was like, I really like your style and this, that, and the other, and I got some jokes I want you to try. And this motherfucker sent me some jokes from another comedian up in New York there. And he like, yeah, you can go ahead and use this shit, because the dude is dead. And I'm like, does that make it better? I mean, because
if it's a good joke, I always say, Phil, if it's a good joke, Why do the joke have to die with the comedian? Because Red
Yeah.
Fox got some humdingers, and so do a lot of other ones that we need to bring back to keep their memory alive. But here's the thing: if I use a Red Fox joke, I'm gonna tell you it's Red Fox. I'm paying homage to you. If I use your joke, I'm gonna tell you I got this from Phil Page. That's paying homage to a person. That's when you
It may be paying homage to it, but I cannot give that joke the same respect and the justice that joke deserves. So I'm not even going to mess with it, you know. So I mean, jokes are like feelings, man. If I can't put the proper feeling into something, I'm not going to do it, you know. And so it's like, your jokes come from, I would like to say, a special place inside of you. Like I said, you can always take my words, but can you take the feeling behind the joke? So, and if you can't do that, it ain't gonna be, the joke is not gonna be right. You just gonna be up there reciting a bunch of words you heard from somewhere else. You're not gonna be able to, because I know, at least for me, my jokes come with expressions. My jokes come with body motion. It may not even be the joke that's funny. It may be the joke and the rapper, the physical rapper, and the actions and expressions that make the joke right. Right. So, yeah. So, I mean, and if you ain't got that, I mean, all you got is a bunch of words you heard from somewhere else. I can't stop you from doing that, but, it is what it is. But like I said, and at some point, I mean, I don't know. I mean, like I was
Lee?
talking, like,
I'm
go ahead,
sorry,
Lee.
Bill.
Nah, go ahead, Lee. I'm done. I'm just rambling now.
What happened to Lee?
Yeah, it's passed to you. You stealing people jokes?
Oh, okay. I don't have to. I don't have to. I get online or I go on YouTube and I Google, go on YouTube and I watch some of the older comedians, how they did it, and I remember some of the sets that they did and it was funny. Just because Flip Wilson, just because he wore a dress didn't mean that his booty hole was in danger or nothing like that. Somebody stole his booty hole. Martin, ain't nobody steal his booty hole. I hope not, anyway. But if he did, that's I know. I'm going there. But if you can recall, at a Riff Mic one night, we was at a Riff Mic, you, I, and a couple of others, and they asked me about a mermaid. And yeah. And I had to make that funny. And I just watched a video clip about a mermaid. And I said, mermaid, this is kind of funny because I just watched this video. So once, and it goes like this. I said, I had a dream about a mermaid. She was too much fish to fry and too less woman to fuck. Nipsey Russell. And that's how you do that. I mean, you gotta let them know where you got it if you're gonna use it.
Right.
And so with that said, I've seen people just steal my jokes right in front of me. They don't use it, they give it to someone else to use. Can't nobody take my jokes because I'm always talking about my titties that I don't. So I mean, I don't steal nobody's jokes because I'm creative enough to come up with something just off the top of my head. Most times, I mean, the jokes that I write aren't always the jokes that I use.
That's true.
So once I look over the crowd, it might be a routine that I want to do, but then when I look over the crowd and after the first two don't hit, then I go into let me go off the dome. Let me see what I can do. but not forcing that, because some people forcefully tell jokes and it don't be funny. That's me. I don't steal them, you know. Oh yeah, I did get scolded one time about a joke that they told me. I told it to see it was who was it? You dummy. He always called Fred Sanford. Fred Sanford.
Oh, Fred Sanford.
It was Fred. Fred said he met this woman, and he said I met this woman, and the woman said that her kids had ADD, and I said, what did that mean? And it said all different daddies. This woman came to me and she says, you can't say that joke. Be careful, because the guy that did that joke for 10 years. I said, 10 years? I thought about it. I looked at you and I walked over there to her and I said, well, if he only been doing it for 10 years, I got it from Red Fox in 1970.
And you know what's so funny? I got an ADD joke, but I don't call a lot of different daddies. ADD stands for all different DICKs. You know, that's the ADD for women.
See,
you an ADD hoe. You an ADD hoe. A lot of different dinglings, or all different dinglings. You know the word when you in the club. It's like Phil said, we got a premises that ADD can go a lot of places. See?
Yeah, so I say that to say this, that you got comedians, you got people, you got joke polices, you got all kind of people out here. And I'm relatively new to comedy as far as being out here doing the open mics. I was told that every time I get on that stage, I act like I'm doing a show. To tone it down, I'm not supposed to be funnier than the host.
That's bullshit.
Thank you, Phil. Thank you. That's what Phil said right there. Thank you. You bring your funny each and every time. And sometimes, you know, if I'm hosting, I want my people to breathe funnier than me. That's the good thing. That means I'm putting on a hell of a show, because I'm bringing the funny to you.
Even if it's
you know what I mean? Even if it's an open mic.
Even if it's an open mic. I mean, open mics have different things. Now, what were you saying?
I said it's sharpening. Open mics, you sharpening your skills, or you sharpening your joke up, because you're getting it sharp so you can take it to the club and be ready to use it for the kill. You know, it's like a knife. I'm sharpening up my knife because I'm going hunting.
Absolutely. Yeah, I've been told a lot.
Comedians suck. Kiani, you want to get in this conversation? Because I know being with your uncle, your cousin, and them, you've been in a lot of comedy spots, and so a lot of high-profile comedians. And I know you heard them steal other people's stuff. Where Kiani go? Hey, Phoenix. Good morning, baby doll.
Hey, how are you? Hi, everybody.
I am fine.
Hey, can I say one more thing?
Yes, you can.
Just as the video that came out about it with Bernie Mac, respectfully, that man is funny. He said, you know, your upcoming comedians that go to these open mics, similar to the same thing that everybody else said. He says, if you are an upcoming comedian and you're in a room and you're telling your jokes to some established comedians, you don't look to work very long. Said he would not do it, but he knows some that will.
Well,
so
Robin,
and he's saying that because he got to that point. But I guarantee you, before he got there, he was telling jokes in clubs just like we are now.
Absolutely.
Okay. Hindsight is 20/20. you get to a certain level to forget, you know. So I mean, so
That's
it's
right.
like, yeah.
I mean, it become
You
your
know,
belief. It become your
you
belief.
know,
I was listening. Yeah, I was listening to an analyst on Cat Williams and what all these different comedians that he was out there. Did you see the Globe or the Emmys the other night? When
yeah,
he
I
had
saw
Nah.
some of it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, when they was looking at their body, this analyst was looking at their body motion to see if they was telling lies by touching themselves and stuff like that. But it was he couldn't come up with a total determination of what if Cat was lying or Cedric was lying. But they said your choice of words is, you know, it says also to those things made people have taken from you, but unfortunately, it's phenomenal how everybody dissect every word that comes out of a person's mouth now, and there's no correct English. That's just what I'm seeing these days. You say something, and a person will dissect every word that come out of your mouth, and it's not what you mean.
Well, with the Cat Williams stuff, the truth is the truth and the lie is the lie. God knows what it is, and they always say eventually every lie you tell in the dark eventually will come to light. If you believe that, it'll come out, it'll come out. If it's out, it's out. But it don't, what good do it do? Now we know that you're a liar. Now we know Oprah, not the Oprah. See, first of all, these people are not gods. These people are subject to be human, which is imperfect, lying, sneaky shit. They ain't subject to do all of that. So I'm not going to put all my faith or idolize no man.
Amen.
Because we all make mistakes. We all make mistakes and do that. And these people get broken hearted. If I was to find out that Prince was a pedophile, that would break my heart. Because I love me some Prince. But oh well, so what? I'm not gonna stop listening to his music. I still listen to R. Kelly. I ain't bought no R. Kelly music. But I got enough of it. But I'm not gonna throw my albums away that I already bought. I'm not gonna throw my music away that I already bought. What? I'm still gonna listen to them songs. Stepping in the name of love. Step, step, side to side, bring it on back. So, you know, I'm still going to listen to my music. You know, it's a shame what you did. You know, you doing your time. But exactly. Like I said, I ain't gonna buy it, and I ain't gonna throw my music away. And y'all see, I got a lot of music behind me. I ain't getting rid of none of this. No books, no music. I don't. It's art to me, and I keep my art. Just so y'all know. Good morning, Blue Phoenix, Louisa, darling. You coming in? We're talking about stealing jokes. We're talking about IP, your intellectual property, people infringing on them. And let me tell y'all something. Louisa do be braiding the hell out of some hair. Yes, she do. My boo did my do. She flipped it all down for me. Yes, she did, so my wig can fit on nice and tight. Yes.
OMG.
And I owe her some money, and if I missed it, bam! I got my Chloe. Look, not Cleo.
I know you did.
My Chloe. I'm ready to set it off. Hey, I still look good with my hair braided back. She put it all, braided it all down for me. She braided my hair down my back. She scratched my scalp when I was ailing. Make me feel like Sugar Avery. So I'm just saying, see, I look good with or without the wig. Somebody said, Reese ain't got a hair in there. What?
Reese has a lot of hair.
I don't care what the people say. It's like I can wear it, braid it up, I can wear the wig, I can rock whatever. That's part of me being comedy. That's part of me not caring about what people say about me. If you tell a lie on me, I'm gonna confront you and tell you you a lie, and that's the end of it. You know, you confront, and I believe in confronting liars. My grandfather said that's the worst thing you can do with me is a liar.
Shine a light on the lie.
You just like, no, you're lying. and then you leave it alone. You give it the energy. They making songs, diss songs against Cat. They making oh, I'm gonna sue you. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do. You ain't gotta do all that because in a few days it's gonna be what deader than disco. It's all publicity. You get everybody. Oh, look over here. Look over here. All of this distractions, whether it's the truth or not. It's all just it's the truth. It's still a distraction. But it's okay. Let Cat be Cat. He ain't the first one that screamed S&A assaults over here. He ain't gonna be the last one. Look, Cayenne did it. A lot of other people did it. But why are they giving it so much? Why are they doing this man like this? They are putting him on the cross like he Jesus. They're about to crucify Cat Williams. All the powers to be, all the Illuminati.
What do you mean crucifying?
Nah.
They nailing him. They gonna sue him. They putting hits out on him. They doing all kinds of stuff.
Man, Cat Williams tickets are shot in the ceiling.
I ain't heard none of that.
Cat Williams showing his ticket prices have doubled. So, man,
that's all that was. Even Steve Harvey said, bruh, if he really needed some help on ticket sales, all he had to do was call me and say, like, look, this blah, 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 blah. He said it's all publicity.
He don't need no ticket sales because Cat Williams could come to your city without putting any promotional promo up and sell out.
That's true.
Well, he did that, but those tickets are just doubled.
I followed him. And he come to Baltimore. You gotta look to see when he comes to town. You don't see no Doris Constitution Hall, this. It ain't gonna get all that radio play. It don't get none of that. It be on the underground tip. Godfrey even told y'all Cat Williams know a lot of folks. And on that underground tip, we've been at shows. I was sitting up in the ADA section. I'm gonna get you, Dave Chappelle, talking about the disabled. We coming. That's why I wore my blue today. Wellness Wednesday, the blue and white. I'm gonna roll up for you, Dave Chappelle.
Molly said Chris Rock needed ticket sales. Thanks, Will.
That's right.
Exactly.
That's right.
Exactly. I mean,
Misha said drama sells tickets.
Drama said, exactly. That's all it did. Because everything was on a drought for a minute there. Everything was on a drought. People wasn't spending money on things like that for a minute. Now they needed to come up with some type of drama to do this. And what better way in doing this other than tattling? I mean, that's what you did. Just told a bunch of other people's business.
But Cat was selling tickets before then, y'all. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
That's not what I'm saying. He was selling tickets, but now he's doubled his money. He doubled down on his sales.
That's if his prices go up. Let's see if his prices go up.
They did. They doubled. They doubled.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. He
doubled
to make double the money. He do one show and get money for two.
Molly said his tour was already sold out. Yeah, but you know, Cat came on there with Shannon Sharp to clear his name because there's been a lot of people saying things about him. But then in him trying, I guess, clear his name or defend himself, he went into a whole bunch of other stuff.
So what was he clearing his name about? I hadn't heard none of it.
They drug him first. Cat was all these people's on Shannon Sharp show. We talked about Cat before. That's why Cat told Shannon Sharp, "Why you even let them come on here and talk about me like that? You know they was lying." You see, and then when Cat came on,
what did they say? So I'm asking, what did they say that was wrong? I saw a few of them. And I didn't see where they talk bad about him.
Well, like with the Ricky Smiley.
Well, I know one of them. Oh yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Well, Ricky Smiley was talking about the Friday after next. He was fussing about the fact that Cat was not supposed to be Money Mike. He was supposed to play the Santa Claus, and he was supposed to play Money Mike. And then how Cedric the Entertainer stole his joke. It was just a couple of things.
Is that you said that's what who that was Smiley?
Yeah, Ricky Smiley said something about Friday after next, and then Cedric the Entertainer. It was something about Cat. I mean, him stealing Cat's joke, but he was denying it because I think.
Steve Harvey. But with Ricky Smiley, that was true. He did audition for it. He just did. They gave it to him, but like they said that Cat was better at it. So that's why they ended up switching. He didn't deny that. What Cat was saying was he wasn't there. He did not do that. That he didn't.
No, Cat Williams said that he was. Go back and look at it. He said that Ricky was on set, upset. He didn't want to play the Santa Claus. He's complaining the whole time. They was saying, and then he was telling people, "Oh, that's supposed to be me." If me and you going out for the same part, Lee, and you get the part and I don't, why am I gonna go around? That's supposed to be my part. That's supposed to be Lee's part. You doing it?
There was 100. Wait a minute. There was 197 people auditioned for that part, and they gave it at first. At first they get okay. So why just those two beefing about it?
What? Why? Because one of them bitter about it. One of them's bitter about it.
Somebody just drumming up attention. That's being relevant and attention. That's all that is.
Some things are best left unsaid. So if you didn't want to drum up attention or any clapback, you won't say nothing.
You want that? I mean, that's why you do it for the attention.
You want that smoke, right? So Kevin said they lit the fire, and he just fanned the flames. He said, "Okay, y'all want to bring up my name? Bring this up. Y'all want to put my name in your mouth? Boom, bring this up." See, that's all that is.
When did they ask to say after Bernie Mac passed? They asked him to be one of the kings of comedy.
I don't know.
I think they said they didn't even want Bernie Mac on there.
Say that again.
I think either they didn't want him on there or they were trying to make him go.
No, Bernie had already passed away.
Bernie was one of the originals. Yeah, I don't know what that meant, but yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm saying on the original. I know he was one of the original Kings of Comedy. I think it was
because I don't even
controversy with that.
When the Kings of Comedy came out, I'm not even sure if Cat was that relative yet. I think he was still coming up.
I'm talking about what
I'm talking about the second. They wanted him on a second tour.
That's what I'm saying. That I don't know. Cat said that. No one else has said it because I didn't even know they was planning on having a second tour. Now,
they had a second tour. That's when the Queens of Comedy came out too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Monique asked me to be on the Queens of Comedy too. But at the time, I said, I'm trying to get my health back. And Monique, I can't be. She said, Reese, we need a big girl on there to represent. We already got some more little skinny ass on there. And we already got Ruthie Mae. You know, we need you to help represent for the big girls so we could balance the tundrage out. I'm on one side, you on one side. Yeah. So when we break the stage down, it can break down evenly. And I had to tell her, Monique, baby, I'm out of commission right now. I can't do this right now. So, you know, you got to find another big girl, honey. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, who they miss.
You sound like Cat right now.
Nope, I'm lying. I'm
like Cat right now.
Cat was hitting me with some factual.
I don't know what to believe. I don't know what to believe as they did this, you know. I listened at Bernie. Bernie said, because when they was doing the Queens of Comedy and the Kings of Comedy, I listened at Bernie. Bernie said, these motherfuckers that came out here, Monica did all of his Peter jokes. Cedric did all of his other jokes. Steve did the hosting and somebody else did some of his jokes. All of them did their jokes. They did his whole bit. And he said, he looked up, he said, This is not gonna happen. And at that moment, I saw him on Def Comedy Jam when that one guy flopped and he walked out. He said, "I ain't scared of you motherfuckers," and he blew that bitch up. Oops, excuse me.
I think it was Kevin Anthony, if I'm not mistaken. Do you remember who it was before he went up there? It was one of our local comedians. It was Kevin Anthony or Pierre or somebody.
Somebody flopped. Somebody flopped, and when he went out there, and he was like, he said he had a whole bit that night, and I had to go back and look at it again because I watched that. And he went out there. He said, "I ain't scared of you, mother." He was stopped. He was shocked. So even though someone takes you out of your image, sometimes it just makes you better.
And wait a minute. And then you think about that joke about Bernie using about Dupunkin tastes like coochie. How many times have we heard that? That's an old joke.
That's a very old joke. That joke came out
like pumpkin pie. Like, I don't know. I never ate no pumpkin pie. That's an old joke. Sound like one of Red Fox's joke.
That sound like one of those jokes they said it's 1,006 jokes in one book.
Well, you know, jokes get recycled. So
yeah, that's what I'm saying. All the time. And when a comedian dies, it's okay to use their stuff because one of my jokes I use Red Fox. You know, I tell my Red Fox joke. But you know, and then at the end of the joke, I said homage to the great Red Fox. I love Paul Mooney. So I'm channeling the Paul Mooney, the Red Fox, the Richard Pryor, Mom's Mabel, Pygmy, Markham, Dolomite. I hear a lot of stuff. And I talk to the ancestors. So when they come back to boom, say this, boom, say that, boom, say this. Those are original thoughts. And I thank them people for paving the way for me. So I ain't, you know, but when I hear my depend joke, or when I hear my peeing on you joke, when I hear that joke, I'm like, oh, okay. More than one person thought about the WAP. You know, just like I'd say WAP stands for wrinkle ass penis. Because I said, man, we don't want your WAP either. You want our WAP. We don't want your WAP. And they was like, well, Reese, what's their WAP? Louise, you remember when I did it in 2021 on the No Filter show? Where Weezy at?
I think she's gone.
Venus gone. So they can, you know, I said it stands for that. Now I heard another comedian said it stands for widow ass penis, widow or whatever. I'm like, wow, okay. So what does that mean? They took it and reframed it. They took it and they revamped it.
No,
they just put a new rapper around it.
Right, just like the ADD. When I say a lot of different dinglings, instead of standing for all different days, ADD means something else. To me, those acronyms, you can spin it around. Lee got a joke that she used the id thing, the IDD. So that's what we do as comedians. And that's what they do. They take it, they steal it. You know that joke you were telling. And I ain't never heard it until I heard Lee say it.
Oh, you
so somebody else actually saying it and using it.
Oh, you talking about my intellectual disability?
Her IDD. Your RDD joke. Yeah.
Y'all wasn't ready for that one. Especially when I told you to donate.
Exactly. So, like, hey, that's what we do. But we're a family here, and we coming to the end of our time of the Morning Mac Show. And I thank you for Wellness Wednesday. And yeah, this was definitely a great show. And
I apologize for my profanity.
Profanity, we all use profanity, but you didn't overkill it. You didn't, you know, like I said, being vulgar and using profanity is two different lines where you got to ratchet stuff up, and I just don't want to ratchet nothing up. Because little do y'all know, we're trying to get monetized. We're trying to get picked up somewhere. We were trying for a minute, and we could do Jerry Springer moment.
Are we tricking?
Like
we doing something
strange. Molly got a video. Molly, let's play this last video. Maybe. You know, y'all, Molly, you ain't played the video. 2 shows, March the 8th, March the 16th. Come out, support your girl.
In this lonely ass world, it's getting colder. I'm not going nowhere if I cannot take my boat there. My mind was bred a little different, yeah, from my own past. If I see heat, why the fuck would I wanna go
there? The video here is everything.
Everybody stop and let's roll out here. Make fun.
It's time for the percolator.
You got the gauges before I was ready to step up.
It's time for the percolator. It's time for the percolator. It's time for the percolator. Percolator.
I'm gonna be on the show with all those people. And it's funny that I got a picture of the people that, you know what? I'm gonna start doing that, taking the pictures of the people that I want to be on the show with. And then when we all on the show together, bam, that's that picture. That's the we gotta take a picture together. Definitely. Phil, I want to do a show with you, Phil.
Let me know. We can put something together.
And Lee, you can host it. I mean, sorry, we gonna do another host because you need to get up there and tell your jokes, Lee.
Yeah.
We all need to be on the show together. We get another host.
Question.
Definitely.
In this lonely ass world, it's getting colder. I'm not going nowhere if I cannot take my boat there. My mind was bred a little different, yeah, from my own past. If I see heat, why the fuck would I wanna go there? Mama, I make you smile. Mama, your little nigga came from wildin'. Mama, always got in trouble, I was shouted. Mama, now I'm staring at shit. Mama, I'm the pilot. Mama, if I want something, I'ma go get it. Mama,
we got to do a show. Me and you contractor, Lee.
It's so hard down here, God is my witness. Mama,
Contractors out there with it. He was out there with him Saturday night.
See, and I couldn't get out there. I had no ride.
Oh, I wonder why.
I'm waking up conversating with the Lord every morning. I mistakenly took the wrong path. I had to rewind. Fumble trying to move too fast. I had to keep trying. Growing up, I got in trouble. Told myself to keep lying. So much stress be building up. Swear I be needing me time.